Are you looking to increase your course sales without adding another thing to your subscription list or spending a fortune on it? You're in the right place. I'm sharing with you the 3 tools that you aren't using yet that can help you optimize your sales page, reduce speed times, and create engaging content for your students to live inside of the page. Plus, I'll share with you 2 bonus tools. You might not be using them in the best way that you can to help you create more course sales. Whether you're just starting out or wanting to scale up your course business, these tools will help you to sell smarter without working harder. Let's dive in. Okay, now let's talk about the first tool. You might have heard of this, but probably you haven't. So this is called Hotjar. Hotjar, and I'll show you what it looks like exactly in a second. This is a free tool you can add into your website right now. It takes 2 clicks, and I have an entire video on it, and it takes literally 2 minutes to do. So this is why I love Hotjar, because what I do with clients at the end of the day is to help you make more sales. And the only way we can learn how to make more sales is by understanding our customers to a level that can sometimes be having to watch what they're doing, seeing what they're holding on to and what they're not. And this is why I love Hotjar, because it allows you, even on the free plan, I think you get around 100 recordings a month. Each recording is basically a viewer who's landed on your page, and it records what they look at, what they hold on to, what they click off from, which is valuable information to optimize your offers from. So when we're talking about Hotjar, something to really note here is there are a lot of options you can use from it. There's the heat maps, the recordings, feedback surveys. They have a lot. For most of you, just focusing on the recordings once a month to go in there and see what's going on is so impactful. And especially if, like you see someone is ignoring the enroll now button, or they read over your section 2 copy 3 times. That could mean either it's really resonant or they're having a hard time really understanding it's right for them. You wouldn't be able to know that without that information. Versus if you had no information from that at all, you would look at your sales page and think you have to redo the entire thing. When in reality, this is such a huge thing to note, because you can prioritize what are the things, the most common places people stop that we need to optimize first. And it gives you an actual hierarchy of things to change. You can tell how passionate I am about this. I am not sponsored whatsoever, but I just really believe in, if it's not Hotjar, there's Crazy Egg and other alternatives. But if you really want to scale your course or product at any time, you need this tool on your website today. So this is what it looks like when it's installed. This is what it'll show. And there's a dashboard setting. I'm in the recording setting. This is for a brand new offer that has not even been launched yet. So you can tell there's only I think 11 people, and probably half of them are me. But I'll just show you one of these people who is a potential client. If I were to press play, it'll take me to the recording. This is the actual page. This is the page that is the current code of Hotjar is embedded on. And what's really cool is you can actually see down here, this is their mouse moving. So you can tell them moving this chaotically helps me to see, okay, they're really reading certain parts of it. They seem to favor the payment plan side versus the 6-month side. This is also very sped up. I have it sped up at 4 speed because it's easier, but it lets me see, okay, they really struggled or stayed a lot around the what you get section. Maybe I didn't plan it correctly, add in better visuals to help it out. That gives me a place to start. And for a lot of you, that's the first place I recommend you doing anything. So Hotjar, number 1, go do it now. Now the second tool is Free Convert. Now, in case you might have known, Kajabi has a certain limit both for the videos and also the photos. And the image needs to be around 5 megabytes or lower to be added in or to be uploaded to Kajabi. So if you have ever tried to add in a high resolution image, you've probably hit that issue. But what you might not realize is that the reason they're doing that is to help your page load faster. And it's so important to do that because a lot of us don't realize that page load speeds will both affect your ranking. So if your sales page will rank higher in Google search results if you do or are worrying about SEO. And if you have a lot of people coming to your page that are brand new, unfortunately, we're pretty critical of new pages. And if it takes us longer than 2 seconds, sometimes 3, maybe 5 on a good day for the page to load, we will hop off. Your potential client will leave. And that's not because they don't think that your offer is good, but people's patience, as you might know, is pretty low. Their attention is pretty low. And if it takes longer than a couple seconds for your page to load, they're not going to stick around. They're going to bounce, and you just basically paid money or spent time on someone who's not going to convert. To help solve that issue, the easiest place to start is by taking your images and doing 2 things. First is obviously compress them. So we talked about for Kajabi, but pretty much much every other platform too has some type of image limit. So for a lot of people, it is 5 megabytes, sometimes it's 10, 20, depends on what it is. Take and download all of your images on your current sales page and take them to free convert. So this is what free convert looks like. There's always ads, unfortunately, but you can do this where you can either have it go from a converter or obviously you can have it compressed. So you've probably heard of compressing before, which is where your file is too big, the platform you're currently on, so Kajabi, ClickFunnels, wherever you are, won't let you add that image until it's a smaller file. So you've probably compressed before. If you haven't yet, do that. But the bigger thing I want you to worry about is WebP. So if you've heard of anything around SEO, you might have heard with Google especially, they're really leaning into more WebP. What this means is just a different type of image size. So you've probably heard of JPEG, which is like pretty common for most images, also PNG, and then there's WebP. So what this means is just a different way for Google to be able to understand your image, and it's usually a lot faster to load than PNG or JPEG would be, even compressed. So what I recommend is you taking all your images and moving them to WebP, which is all you have to do is just upload the files here, let it compress, and then re-upload them onto your page. And it's so helpful because we don't realize how much that affects those page load, especially on mobile, which is where 95% of people are looking at your pages. So go do that now. Takes a couple clicks, totally free as you just saw, and have your page load faster so people stay on longer and hopefully convert more from it too. Now Tela. So Tela, I might be saying it wrong, but Tela is something I think is really interesting. So as you can tell, I'm doing a screen share right now. It is currently not on Tela, but I love Tela for sales page specific videos. And the reason why is because they have a really cool split screen video element. And I'll actually show you what it looks like in a previous video of mine that I'll put here. It's very clean and it shows more of your face, which is really important for the credibility and, getting to know you more, especially if you're running ads or doing anything where, again, you're having to really shortcut the amount of time people go from you're an ad where someone didn't know who you are to somehow now need to buy from you within the first visit. Like, we got to do a lot of work to get them to trust you. The easiest way is to add in more of your face to the page. I think it's free for the first 7 days. I could be wrong. So it is a free trial-based one, but it's really cool for those who are doing any type of course walkthroughs, any type of split screen videos where you're trying to show image but still have you there. Even for webinars, this can be really impactful. So I recommend you try it out for yourself because it can be really supportive to help it feel more visually engaging, keep people around longer, and you can actually tell the difference because depending on which videos you add, so if you use YouTube to embed, Vimeo to embed, even Kajabi to embed, they do have video stats. So you can actually see from the current videos you have on your sales page, you can actually see the current video stats. Try this out, change it out for a month, and see how much your actual retention rate goes up because this can be really supportive in helping it feel more engaging. Also, another one to note, although has not been great for my computer for some reason, is the company like MMHMM. Really cool, very interactive, but kind of hard to, for some reason, use on my MacBook. So heads up there. And finally, we got the OGs that probably every business owner knows by now, which is ChatGPT and Canva. So ChatGPT, although is relatively new in terms of being in the space, it has become very widely known and really daily used by a lot of business owners and people in general. I have so many chats from them. Unfortunately, I'd be afraid to add people into it. I use ChatGPT for a variety of things, but it can be so helpful both from helping you create your first draft of copy for your sales page or your emails. I don't think it's always going to be the best copy ever, but it gives you a starting point. And also, I think ChatGPT can be helpful for helping you create more visuals that you need. It can give you inspiration by asking it certain things like, this is my ideal client, this is the course that I have, here is the link that I am going for, what am I missing in terms of visuals and copy that would help them to buy. Super simple prompt you can try out right now if you want to help see what is missing on your current page beyond, again, using Hotjar. If you want even more prompts to help out to convert more, I'll have a separate video on that. For Canva though, we know Canva. We love Canva over here because even though I do a lot of designing work for Kajabi and for other type of platforms, I just love Canva for the collaboration feature, but also the just ease of use. I know there are bigger platforms like Figma and Adobe Photoshop, but for the general public, Canva I think is a great place to start. And the easiest visual you could do right now to help increase your conversions, if you don't already have it, is a course mockup photo. What a difference that makes. It makes all of the things we're trying to create, because for a lot of us, our offers are intangible. They're not real. We can't hold them in our hands. But a mockup photo, which I'll show you here, a mockup photo allows you to make it feel more tangible, make it feel more real. And that gets a lot of people that safety, that security security knowing like, oh, this is actually a real thing. I'm gonna give this course mock-up photo for you for free if you use Canva. It's not even for me sponsoring Canva, I just like it a lot. So I'll put down in the link below if you want to take it. You can just take the link, add it to your Canva, and you'll be ready to go and be able to use this on your sales page today. Thanks for watching. I hope these 3 free tools plus the 2 additional tools help you to optimize your page and convert more, because at the end of the day, you're creating these courses to help people solve their problems and create the life they want. So if you can help meet them where they're at and help them to understand what they need and communicate it in a way that makes their life a lot easier to say yes, you're already halfway there. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and comment and subscribe. It really helps out the channel and helps me to create more videos like this for you. And if you have a free tool that you use in your business constantly, put it down below. I'd love to hear from you. And I'll see you in the next video, and happy selling.